welcome to Vision, or we were just singing earlier, Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Anyway, we had a little cabaret earworm going on here earlier. Sorry you missed it, or maybe I'm glad you missed it. But we've got a lot to celebrate today. Let's stand together and, oops, before I break something. Let's stand together and celebrate being together today.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome here.
Yay, good morning. I'm losing things. Hang on a second. Stuff is falling. Oh. I'll just start all over again. Good morning. How is everyone this morning? Yay. Good. I'm so glad. Welcome to Sunday. Welcome to Vision. Let's pray. Oh, I give great thanks for this day, for the activity of Spirit just flowing through each and every one of us, knowing that each one of us is the center of divine activity, that there is nothing else true about us, but that Spirit has sought and found a way to experience itself through form, and we are that. And so are the trees and the dolphins and the grass and the grains of sand, and everything in the manifest universe is the body of God. Everything in the physical world is an outpicturing of a sentient energy that has sought and found a way to experience itself in form. And so I know that we are that. We are the divine happening. And that when we see each other, we recognize that in each other as well. Spirit meeting spirit and spirit answering back. And so I give great thanks for this gathering this morning, for everyone here, for those who are on their way, for those who, I don't know, maybe went to the beach this morning. Who knows? Who knows? But wherever we are, we know that we are in the heart of God always. And so it is. Oh, goodness, I lost something here. It's been one of those mornings. He's here. Is he here? Oh, my gosh, you're here. Okay, good, because I was just about to say, oh, he's absent, and I have to do it myself, and I have to ad lib, and it would be no good. It wouldn't be as good. It is Pride Month. We know this. We started last month with a lovely spotlight on a Pride hero, heroine. Did they make a difference anymore? They call them all heroes. I don't know. And this morning we have Jonelle, who is going to come forward and give us a spotlight on another person from gay history. Yes? Come on up, Joe. Thank you so much.
What?
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 Thank you so much. I'm so glad to see you.
Hey, if the Irish can do it and Sportman can do it, we can do it. Okay? Well, the person I chose was someone who was very instrumental in LGBT rights, and she was a trusted friend and ally. I love this story, and when I read over this before I did it, and every time I started crying because it's what she did was changed our lives. And the person I chose, her name is Evelyn Hooker Gentry. Evelyn Hooker Gentry, I can't see with these on, sorry. That doesn't work very well, okay. Evelyn Hooker Gentry was an American psychologist, most notable for her scientific study and 1956 paper, The Adjustment of the Male Overt Homosexual. That's a very strange name, but that's what they used to call those back then. In the 1950s, Hooker became friends with a gay man named Sam Fromm in the psychology class she taught at UCLA, where she worked, and became friends with his group of friends. She found this group was very full and had very full and satisfying lives, contrary to what previously she knew about homosexuality. Mr. Fromm encouraged her to do a scientific study and clinical study on the mental health of homosexual men. In this study, which she carried out at great personal risk to her career and potential arrest of herself and her test subjects, because at that time homosexuality was illegal, she administered several psychological tests to groups of self-identified male homosexuals and male heterosexuals, and asked researchers to identify the homosexuals and rate their mental health. The experiment, which other researchers subsequently repeated without being able to determine who is gay or heterosexual, found that homosexuality was not a mental disorder, as there was no detectable difference between homosexual and heterosexual men in terms of mental adjustment. Hooker argued that a false correlation between homosexuality and heterosexuality and mental illness had formed the basis of classifying homosexuality as a mental disorder. The correlation was the result of earlier researchers studying sample groups that contain homosexual men with a history of treatment for mental illness. Dr. Hooker's work was of critical importance in refuting cultural heterosexism because it found that homosexuality was not developmentally inferior to heterosexuality. Her work was instrumental in leading the way to the eventual removal of homosexuality from the American Psychiatric Association's Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, the DSM, of mental disorders in 1973. The University of Chicago opened the Evelyn Hooker Center for Gay and Lesbian Studies in her honor. She was also the subject of the 1992 Academy Award nominated film, Change Our Minds, The Story of Dr. Evelyn Hooker. At an LGBT plus function where she received an award, of the many awards she had received for her groundbreaking research, she spoke at the event. After losing her friend Sam Fromm in a car accident, and then her husband within a very short period of time, she said to her senior professor at UCLA, where she worked, "I'll never fall in love again. It's too painful." He replied to her, "That's not the lesson you learn. The lesson you learn is you're very lucky if you fall in love even once or twice. But very often, there is a price to be paid. So the knowledge is that you have in your being the extraordinary capacity for love, to give love." Thank you, Dr. Hooker, for being a trusted and loyal friend, and for scientifically and definitively proving we're just like everyone else. We're no different, no better or worse, and the only difference has been in how society has treated us. Thank you for letting us know we're perfect just the way we are, and we have the God-given right to live and love like everyone else. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. That was wonderful. Okay, just breathe that in. I want you to know about our practitioners. We have practitioners here who have gone to school for years in the art of compassionate listening and the science of healing prayer, and they're here to support us when we need support. When you have that, where you've kind of lost track of the truth of yourself, you call a practitioner, don't you? Who calls a practitioner when they're all, in a tizzy? There you go. This is what we do. The practitioner numbers are on the back of the prayer request form. Call one up. In fact, get one on speed dial. That's even better. Because you need it every once in a while when you forget the truth of who you are. And we do that. We do it a lot. So please do that. The practitioners and ministers, raise your hand so people know who to go to. Look at all of us. Yay. We'll be up in the front of the room at the end of the celebration so that you can have a chat with one. Go to a private room, get prayer, because we know prayer changes things. For our Vision online community, there is a meet and greet room after the celebration. You can go there, get with a practitioner, go to a breakout room for privacy, and have prayer there too. Wherever you are on the planet, you can get prayer, and we know prayer changes things. So please do that. Please get prayer. All the time, every day, anyway, wherever you are, just do it. It's great. Also, I have these lovely little guest packets. It tells you who we are. How about that? It tells you who religious science is as a whole. It's called Centers for Spiritual Living now, but if you've been around long enough, it used to be called religious science. Then it was science of... we've gone through many iterations of names, and it's okay. It's still the same teaching. The teaching never changed. Ernest Holmes said, we are surrounded by a power and a presence greater than we are, and we can use it. And I would add to that, and it can use us, because that's how it works, really. It flows through us, changing conditions around us. So find out more about who we are. Find out more about Centers for Spiritual Living, the worldwide movement. It's all in this little packet. It's not a lot of reading. It's really tiny. And then I'll quiz you next week when you come back. No, I won't, I promise. I'm really a lot nicer than that. But there is a welcome on the front. We're going to say it together for ourselves. We're going to say it for our friends online. We're going to say it for friends everywhere. You with me? You ready? Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here, you are safe, and you are loved. So turn to somebody, anybody, and say welcome. Maybe have coffee with them. Chat. I love it. We're all chatty. We're all chatty. I'm going to turn it over to James Vandenberg now. He's going to lead the celebration singers in our centering song, Prepare Us for Our 5-minute meditation. Take it away.
Now
Good morning. My name is Catherine Flanagan, and I'm a licensed spiritual counselor here at Vision. Please take these quotes into your heart as we move into the silence, and allow the tones of the bowl to bring you into and out of a 5-minute meditation. The first quote is from Sister Teresa. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. And from our founder, Ernest Holmes, love, rightly interpreted, truly understood, can become the salvation of the world. When all people truly love and rightly understand, there will be nothing left to fight over. Love is a complete unit, the cornerstone of the foundation of the universe. and staying within the comfort that you've created, know with me that we are surrounded by a spirit that is bigger and better than we are. It surrounds us, embraces us, and it expresses an experience as us. It is one with us, and we are one with it. And I know that this great creator created the rainbow, all the colors, and all the universal truths of love, joy, happiness, abundance, and prosperity. And all of these run together, forming all of us, a rainbow of people, a rainbow of love. And I am grateful for this. I know that today the service will be magnificent, that there will be joy and laughter, that this coming day, this week, this month will be an abundance of happiness, joy, and a rainbow of wonderful happenings. And I am grateful for this. I say thank you, and as God is, I am, and so it is.
Of all the singers we have here at Vision, and I've been around for 18 years now, James Higgins has a voice that has all the detail and emotional articulation of an orchestra. So who needs a band? Let's save the money. So he makes my job very easy because all I have to do is just support him. So please welcome James Higgins.
Well, they gild their houses in preparation for the king, and they line the sidewalks with every sort of shiny thing. They will be surprised when they hear him say, "Take me to the alley, take me to the afflicted ones, take me to the lonely ones that have somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, hey, I am your friend. Come to my table, rest here in my garden. You will have a pardon. You will have a pardon. Take me to the alley. Take me to the afflicted one. Take me to the lonely ones that have somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, oh, I am your friend. Come to my table, rest here in my garden. You will have a pardon. You they will be surprised when they hear me say, take me to the alley, take me to the afflicted ones, take me to the lonely ones, take me to the lonely ones that have somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, whoa, whoa, I am your friend. Come to my table, rest here in my garden. You will have a pardon. You will have a pardon. Lonely one, tired one, afflicted one, rest here in my garden. Whoa, tired one, whoa. Thank you.
Again, don't need to do the talk. James sang it for me. I love it. I love it when it all comes together like that. It is Pride Month. Yay. Yay that. Yay. It is Pride Month. I do not care what the government says. Just not. Just don't. June has been recognized as LGBTQ plus whatever Pride Month for a little over 2 decades now. A little over 2 decades. Sorry, that was me. That was you. Somebody. That's how strongly I feel about this. And I don't care what an administration says. It's Pride Month. Yes, it's been Pride Month. It'll continue to be Pride Month. And I honestly don't care what this administration or anyone in the future might say. It's Pride Month. So let's just start there, okay? And if you disagree with me, you know, whatever. Hang around. I'll keep going. Listen for the rest of the talk. Don't go anywhere. It's okay. You don't have to leave in a huff. You don't have to leave in a minute and a huff. You don't have to leave at all. Right? Just hear me out. We need Pride Month. We need it. We need Pride Year. We need Pride Decade, right? We need these things. Any time any group is discriminated against, we need to celebrate them. We need to showcase them. We need to honor them and acknowledge them. Because there is no such thing as other, right? What was it? Somebody went to the Dalai Lama, I guess. Somebody, was it the Dalai Lama? I don't remember. Maybe it was somebody else. But they said, how do we treat the other? And he replied by saying, there are no others. There are no others. And that's what acknowledging Pride Month does. It's like, you know, we have to highlight these things because when we have disenfranchised groups, we have to put our arms around them. We have to circle up, right? Nobody should be outside of our circle, ever. And anytime we are faced with a movement that is dedicated to discrimination, we have to take a stand. We have to stand for our beliefs and who and what we are. We are one. That's it. Core concept number one, God is all there is. I don't think there are any exclusions to that. I don't think there's an asterisk, except for any of that. There's none of that. Remember the safety pin pledge? You should have gotten it in your bulletin this morning. I don't remember when we did it last year, the year before, 10 years ago. I don't remember, honestly, but we did it before. I know it started in the UK After Brexit happened and there was an increase of violence toward immigrants at that time, the safety pin pledge came out. People started wearing safety pins, and you have a copy of it in your bulletin with the pin, if you so desire to put it on. But it says, I am safe. If you are Muslim, a woman, we're on the list too, right? LGBTQ plus, a person of color, Latinx, and an immigrant, otherly abled, afraid, speak. I will listen. I will hold you. I will stand up for you. I will sit down with you. I will shut up for you, which I love that one. That's mine. I will do what I can to let you know I love you. The safety pin is a sign of how you will know me. So there you go. And that's what the safety pin is for. The pledge means something. It's not just for us to put on and make us feel all good about ourselves. You know, it's like, oh, look at me, I'm an ally. It's to actually acknowledge and honor that pledge by doing something, if needed, when needed, to take a stand. We are wearing the pin, we are prepared to take a stand in any situation where someone is getting marginalized, right? That's what it means. We are New Thought, folks. We are New Thought. I know. Mary and Marcy said, you know, it's called New Thought, but when was the last time you had one? So let's have one right now, right? The New Thought is we are one. There's nobody outside of our circle. Nobody. God is all there is. God is loved. End of story, right? In the Bible, the King James Version, I know, lists the word love over 310 times. Yay. In the New Living Translation, their word love comes in around 645 times. Different interpretations, right? They have so many interpretations of the Bible over the years. So just say anywhere from 300 to 600 times the word love is used in the Bible. Way more than the word fear, I might add, you know? And fear has a lot of number, has a high number count also, but a lot of the fear in the Bible is fear not, right? So if you're just counting the word fear, it's probably not an accurate count to begin with. But the two greatest commandments, Jesus said, right? You know, I love, they just got the 10 commandments, right? And then all of a sudden the disciples go, okay, can you just narrow it down for us, right? Just give us the top one, just one that we can obey. And he said, no, 2. Love God with all your heart and soul and being, and love, others as you love yourself, right? So love God, love your neighbor. That was it. When Jesus narrowed it down, that was all he said. Love God with all your heart and soul and spirit, and love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor, right? So then there's the who's my neighbor thing. Everybody is your neighbor, right? Everybody is. Those 2 commandments, they were in the Gospel of Matthew, by the way, but everybody is your neighbor. They don't qualify that statement. The guy that lives next door to me, or is it the guy down the block, or is it the guy in the next town? Everybody on the planet, right? Everybody on the planet is your neighbor. And we cannot love our neighbor if we're busy judging them, right? If we're busy like, well, they shouldn't be doing that, or they need to be doing something else, or whatever it is. When we're busy judging other people, we're turning them into the other that we know doesn't exist. And this is why Jesus used the Samaritan when he gave that parable, right? He used the Samaritan as the hero in that story, which was way unusual for the time because the Jews and the Samaritans didn't get along with each other then. They were sworn enemies. Okay, whatever. They were not on good terms. So using that, he told this powerful story about loving everybody. Loving everybody, it doesn't matter, right? The Pharisee walked past the wounded guy, didn't touch him, didn't cross the street, it said, just to not even get close. And I can't remember the other guy's name. Anyway, the other gentleman, I think he was a Levite, did the same thing, crossed over, so he didn't have to get near him, didn't have to touch him. You know, they have their own stories, right? The priests in those days had their own stories, the Sadducees, the Pharisees, because had they touched, they would have been unclean. It would have been a whole routine. They had to go cleanse in the temple and yada, yada. It would have taken weeks and weeks. you kind of give them a little bit of a pass, but not much, right? They should have stopped and done something. So who did stop and do something? The Samaritan, the one who everybody thinks of as the enemy, stops and lends aid. And not only lends aid, puts him on his donkey and drags him into town and pays to have him cared for and fed at the inn and all this kind of stuff. It was like, and why did he do that? Because he wanted to show everybody, even the most extreme example, right? The people we dislike the most, they're the hero. They're the hero because he did whatever he could do. So every human is our neighbor. Every human. We're just all right around the corner on planet Earth. Really. Our neighbor is just, on the other side of the globe. It's not a big trip, right? We're all neighbors for each other. And Brian McLaren wrote this. He said, the purpose of the Christian faith is clear and simple. It is not an evacuation plan to heaven, but a transformation plan for earth. A transformation plan built on the strategy of helping people become loving human beings who build loving societies, following the loving example of Jesus. So after 2,000 years, it is about time the Christian religion gets serious about its prime directive. And that's really what New Thought is about, isn't it? We were progressive Christianity in the beginning. Unity, religious science, and divine science. We took the word and went, okay, it's not about worshiping an exception, it's about living the truth of the example. Doing what Jesus did, slip on those sandals of the first century Jesus and do what he did, right? That's who we are. We're New Thought. That's what we do. We live the example. There are no exceptions to love your neighbor when everybody is your neighbor, right? Love your neighbor, and everybody is our neighbor. There's no exceptions to that rule. And I know, as humans, we can fall into that trap really easily, right? We can fall into that really easily. I mean, think about this. We're New Thought, and we even fall into it occasionally, don't we? I mean, back in what year was it? I totally blanked. 1945, in the East Side Church of Religious Science, right? In the Science of Mind magazine itself, the editors removed the East Side Church out of the alphabetical listing, and they put it on the bottom, and they labeled it Colored Church, right, of Religious Science, had its own little listing. And Ernest Holmes lost it. And he went to the East Side Church, and he asked Reverend Twine, I think Arthur Twine was the senior minister at the time, and he said, can I get up and make a statement during Sunday service? And so he did. And he said this. He said, I have been told that too many non-Caucasians attend these lectures. True, there are Caucasians and non-Caucasians in this congregation. But we must affirm we are all children of one living God, one life that permeates all without exception, one intelligence which governs all, and most important, every man and woman who attends in the universe is a significant entity in the one universal consciousness. Our doors will forever be open to all. Whoever you are, be proud. You are a divine idea in the mind of God. Yes. Isn't that lovely? And if it sounds familiar to you, that is the quote that's on the wall in the lobby when you come in, right? That is our quote. It's on the wall. Our doors will forever be open to all. Whoever you are, be proud. You are a divine idea in the mind of God. You are a divine idea in the mind of God. I am. Let's say it together. I am a divine idea in the mind of God. Again, I am a divine idea in the mind of God. One more time. I am a divine idea in the mind of God. Right? So Ernest Holmes corrected them. So they were starting to fall into the trap of another, right? Oh, other, right? No, there isn't. It's like, I love when you check off the things, when you go do government whatever's, or applications for jobs or something, and you got to check off, race, and it's like this, and, Caucasian, and Indian, and African, and all this kind of stuff. And at the bottom it says other. I always check the box other, and I write in on the line human, because really that's all it is, right? There's only one race, human. That's who we are. There is an infinite variety of ways that humans show up on this planet, aren't there? Each and every one of them a divine idea in the mind of God. No matter how we show up, right? Whoever we are, be proud. We are a divine idea. Now, we do fall off of it every once in a while. And we do create an other, right? How big is your circle? How big is your bubble, right? How big can you make it? And who's on the other side of it? Because those are the people you have to pull in, those that say that they're other. F. Scott Fitzgerald said, I hope you live a life you are proud of. If you find that you are not, I hope you have the strength to start all over again. And that's what we do. That's what we do in New Thought. We are awakened. We are awakening. It is a process. So we get to find where our bubble ends, right? We get to examine who's on the outside of our bubble, who's our other, right? And don't they belong within? If God is all there is, then even the people outside of our bubble are God as well. So the bubble needs to get bigger, right? And I think that's why we're here now. We are living, breathing examples for those people that need to find a way. Right? There's so many people in the world right now who are stuck in that us and them paradigm. You see them all over the place. You hear about them all over the place. You see them on the evening news. There's a whole bunch of people out there that are stuck in the us and them paradigm. We are here to blow that up. Honestly, that's what we're here to do. Those people who are stuck in the us and them paradigm, we are here to show them a way into the fullness of life and into the wholeness of living. And that means acknowledging our oneness. Religious science is the highest and best philosophy, I believe, ever presented to humanity. That's why I'm here doing what I do. And I believe that we are the way showers. Not by standing on the street corner and with a soapbox and a megaphone, but by living our lives. Just by living our lives, being those living examples of what the science of mind and spirit is about. We invite people in by living the lives that we live and being those living examples of living our wholeness. Ernest Holmes said, you are religious science, I am not. I am only one who puts something together. I don't even take myself seriously, but I take what I'm doing seriously. You are religious science. Our ministers, our practitioners, our teachers, our laity. And he goes on to say, you find me 1,000 people in this world who know religious science and what it is and use it and live it. And I'll myself live to see a new world, a new heaven and a new earth right here. And I think that's what we're doing here right now. I think we are here to see the death of an old paradigm and the birth of this new one, the new oneness, the new wholeness. And I think that's what's going on right now. I think you're seeing the last gasps, perhaps, of an us and them paradigm, breaking apart and failing its believers. So we are here to stand in the truth and to show a way into unity, into wholeness, into oneness. I believe this. I know our philosophy is the healing the world is calling for right now. I absolutely know this. I know division and divisiveness and rejection and hatred are false beliefs, are they not? False beliefs. They are the illusion of separation that we fall into when we stop thinking. Right? And like I said, and even religious science can do it every once in a while. We can fall into the illusion of separation, and then we go, wait a minute, I know. God is one. We are that. We get it. We get back on track. We remember we are all brothers and sisters. And so that pin, right, that pin, the rainbow promise, states that we will remember. And if we forget, we'll remember, right? Because we have the pin. We'll remember our oneness. We'll remember our wholeness. It doesn't matter what's happening in the world, in our country, in our neighborhood. None of that would change what we do. We would just continue to know our oneness, know our wholeness, and to relate to everyone in that truth, that there's only one of us. We are always, in our philosophy, we are always walking in the steps of the master. We are always following the example. Feed the hungry, clothe the naked, house the homeless, sit with the lonely, lift the hopeless, heal the sick, and raise the dead. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. That's what this philosophy is about. We are New Thought, and that is our ministry. That's what that pin means. It's bigger than the rainbow. Yeah, it's bigger than oppression against black people or oppression against Latin people, Mexicans. It's bigger than the oppression against women. It's bigger than all of it. The rainbow promises includes everybody. There's nobody outside of our circle, right? Because we're humanity. Ernest Holmes said, would it be wonderful indeed if a group of persons should arrive on earth who were for something and against nothing? And that is who we are. That is who we are. He said, find me one person who's for something and against nothing, who's redeemed enough not to condemn others out of the burden of his soul, and I will find you another Savior, another Jesus, another exalted human being. That is who we are. That is our mission, if you will. That is our prime directive. To see no other, to see no enemy, to know that we are one because God is all there is. He goes on to say, find me one person who no longer has any fear of the universe or God or man or anything, and you will have brought to me someone in whose presence we may sit, and fear shall vanish like the clouds before the sunrise. Isn't that gorgeous? Find me someone who is redeemed in his own soul, and he shall become my redeemer. And that's what we do here. That's what religious science, science of mind and spirit, teaches us. To live our lives in such a way that people are transformed in our presence. We don't have to lecture. We don't have to get the bullhorn and the soapbox. We don't have to do any of that stuff. Our lives speak. Right? Jesus said, what, they'll know us by our love, right? They'll know us by our pin. Okay, maybe. They'll know us by the way we live our lives. Ernest Holmes goes on to say, find me someone who has given all he has in love, without morbidity, and I will have found the lover of my soul. Because he will have revealed to me the nature of God and proved to me the possibility of all human beings. Of all human beings. And he finishes by saying, this is what religious science stands for. It is not a new dogmatism. It is not a new authority generated from an alleged revelation of a God who never revealed anything to anybody as such, else God could not have revealed it to everybody. There is no special dispensation. Find me one person who can get out of his littleness, and he shall reveal to me the immeasurable magnitude of the universe in which I live. This is the philosophy we practice. This is what our path is in the world, to be the living embodiment of this one person that Ernest Holmes speaks of, to be the living embodiment of the principles of science of mind so clearly, so beautifully, so purposefully that people will turn and say, what have you got? I want that. Why are you so peaceful? Why are you so happy? Why are you so loving? Don't you know what's going on in the world? You know those people, right? They're always the ones that tell you, you're not being realistic. I'd rather not. I'd rather be religious science. Find me one person who knows how to talk to God really, and I shall walk with him through the woods, and everything that seems inanimate will respond. The leaves of the trees will clap their hands, and the grass will grow soft under our feet. What a beautiful thing. Find me one person who communes with cause and effect in the evening. The evening star will sing to him. The darkness will turn to light. Through him, as the woman who touched the hem of the garment was healed, I shall be healed of loneliness forever. Find me one person who is no longer sad, whose memory has been redeemed from morbidity, and I shall hear laughter. Find me someone whose song is really celestial because it is the outburst of the cosmic urge to sing, and I shall hear the music of the spheres. This is the path we're on. This is our philosophy. This is what we are here to embody, to demonstrate, and to believe. And in doing so, our lives speak louder than anything we could possibly say with a soapbox or a megaphone. Our lives are the example of this philosophy. And it changes not only ourselves, but it changes those people around us just by doing what we do. So this rainbow promise that we find in each other, the life of spirit in form, the love of spirit in the emotion of another, and the support of spirit that we can give to each other in every single thing we do. That is our promise. Thank you.
Comes in small packages, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, there's a peace of God within me. It's love, it's grace, and it's might. When doubt and fears confuse me, I cover up the light. So the Spirit came, said it's time to claim the light of God is mine, and I am gonna let it shine, yeah. I'm gonna let it shine, the light that burns within me. I'm gonna let it shine and set my spirit free. Way down deep inside of me, there's a light that I want the world to see, and I am gonna let it shine. Yes, I am. There's a spark way down inside of me, and it has burst into a flame. Now my soul is blazing brightly, and I will never be the same. I can't sit back, I know, I got to get on track, 'cause the light of God is mine. I am gonna let it shine, yes I am. I'm gonna let it shine, the light that burns within me. I'm gonna let it shine and set my spirit free. Away down deep inside of me, there's a light that I want the world to see, and I am gonna let it shine. Yes, I am. I'm gonna let it shine, the light that burns within me. I'm gonna let it shine and set my spirit free. Way down deep inside of me, there's a light that I want the world to see, and I am gonna let it shine. Yes, I am. Now sing this song with me. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, I am. This little light of mine, every day, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, yeah. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. We're gonna take it around the world and say it. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, all around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, all around the world, yeah, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, yeah, yeah. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, yeah. Thank you.
They're going to shine. I love it. Now it's time for conscious circulation. This is our opportunity to jump into the river of God's abundance. Don't you love that? Dive in. Realize, embody, and believe that God is abundance and we are that. That forever experiencing the abundance of God flowing through us. That's what happens. We become conscious of the fact that Spirit is forever flowing. And it is flowing into our experience, and we pass it on to other people, places, and things. And that's what we do here with conscious circulation, is we really understand this idea that the qualities of God are infinite. So let's pray. Let's pray. I know that there is only one. There is only one life. There is only one energy, and it contains everything. That those qualities we call qualities of God are qualities of everything, because Spirit has invested itself in all creation. So abundance is an infinite quality of Spirit flowing through us into form in this physical plane. And so I know it is infinite as well. So I accept my abundant nature, and I give from that, knowing as I give, so I receive back always, because forever supporting its expression is the divine existence, that eternal existence behind all of us. Giving great thanks for this, I simply let it be. And so it is.
I'm grateful, so thankful, I stand complete in infinite grace, believing, receiving, I celebrate one life in this place. I'm grateful, so thankful, I stand complete, abundant and free, unlimited, unshakable, the all-sufficient source within me. At one in omnipresent Spirit, the source of all supply. My trust in power without limit, my consciousness held high. I'm grateful, so thankful, I stand complete in infinite grace, believing, receiving, I celebrate one life in this place. I'm grateful, so thankful, I stand complete, abundant and free, unlimited, unshakable, the all-sufficient source within me. I give in conscious circulation, I step into the flow. My good and boundless demonstration, through faith I let it grow. I'm grateful, so thankful, I stand complete in infinite the all-sufficient source within me. I'm grateful, so thankful. I'm grateful, so thankful. I'm grateful.
Yay. Yay, yay, yay. I have some miracles happening. There are miracles happening here. This one is from Dr. Latanya. She said, I was told by my primary doctor and cardiologist that I have a heart block, showed it on the monitor, it would require a pacemaker. At first, it frightened me, and she said, then I was thinking to myself, I need to go to prayer, right? This is what we do. She also asked the practitioners for prayer. They did prayer. She passed her stress test with flying colors. I love it. The results of the test showed that there was no blockage. Don't we know that, right? Anyway, the doctor said they're going to still keep an eye on it, but she's praying, knowing wholeness, and all is well. Yay. And the second one, she said she has 2 jobs now, teaching and mentoring. And she realized that, she just has to point the way, right? This is how we know we're in the flow, right? When we identify the thing, we point the way, and it begins to materialize. She has enough points to have a stay at Bali, Indonesia, for free 2 weeks. So yay, I love that too. Looking forward to a plane ticket as well. But that's it. When you set the mind, then the resources sort of flow in to support you. So yay. And she also said, by the way, she took the spiritual economics class with Anne. Are you here, Anne? I don't see you. No, not here today. But she said it was fabulous. And during that time, people show up spontaneously just to teach finances and so that we can be clear. Yay. She said, I cannot make this stuff up. I am flowing in abundance. I love it. Yay. And we have another. Yeah, you can clap for that. That's amazing demonstrations. And then I have another miracle minute from Tasha. She said, regarding an unpleasant situation, asphalt application, in the driveway, you know how that is around your apartment, that whole smelly thing. And she said, what I feared did not come upon me. Don't you love it? See, religious science should have been talking to Job because of the power of prayer. Not as noisy, not as smelly, was done in half the time without any unpleasant experience for me or my cats. Thank you to the practitioner Mary and the angels who surround me and protect me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And this is how we know prayer changes things. Prayer changes things. We allow it. We allow it to flow through us and as us in the world. I think it's just wonderful. Keep sending me those demonstrations of answered prayer, big and small, because they all, create a life. They all create our life, and it just gets better and better. And now it is time for the last word by Johnny Kirko.
You wouldn't know it, but I was here at 3:30 this morning. We had the big group in here this last 4 days, so they used the space and they needed to get back into shape. This place was upside down, Hutike. And so if I am not clear today, just know that's what's going on. I need cake. Where's Larry? Larry, I need cake. Hello, everybody. We continue our meet and greet right after our celebration. We'd love to join you and say hello. We got a practitioner for one-on-one prayer. We'd love to have you be a part of our little group. Vision Connections. Reverend Patti, you are doing a home group meeting today at 11:30. Is that correct?
I am. Just shortly, just a short check-in meeting. We'll probably meet in here or in the room. I don't remember where. But if you were at the last one, it was 2 weeks ago. And we were talking about how and why and where we're going to put together these small home groups, these small spiritual home groups, have what we want them to look like, where they're going to be, who wants to host, who wants to just attend. So we're going to go check in with each other a little further and refine those details a little more. Our plan is to actually launch the home groups in September. So if you're interested, come. We're just going to have a little short 15, 20-minute meeting and see where we go.
Thank you,
You're very welcome.
Yes. This Wednesday, we are showing a movie, Will and Harper. So, I don't know if you know Will Ferrell, quite a funny guy. He is going across the country with a friend of his who's transitioning. And so it's a very funny show. I mean, if it's Will Ferrell, it's going to be very funny. We're going to show that at 7 p.m. Come and be a part of that movie night. We always have a good time. Also, the diversity team's getting together. It's the second Wednesday of the month. They always get together at it's 5 o'clock, 5 to 6. Online. It is online. Yeah, and there's links available on the website. Thank you, Reverend Petty. This Saturday, Jacob Glass will be here. Jacob Glass right in our space at 10 a.m. If you haven't seen Jacob Glass, you would be entertained. You will be entertained. And he is so full of information, science of mind, new thought. He's all about, and he's got, his thought patterns are just crazy good. So if you want to be a part, it's $30. Come and see Jacob. He says his last time here ever speaking in Southern California. So we'll find out if that's true or not. But if it is, you want to make sure you're here for the final concert. It's like Elton John, the final concert. Barry Manilow, they're all doing their final concert. Cher's done it 100 times already. But so be a part. That's Saturday. And then next Wednesday, we're doing the open mic a week from this Wednesday. Rich Poser, would you like to come on up? It's time to launch our Gourmets for God.
Thank you. We are live. As of 7 minutes ago, the auction is live and online. I want to start by thanking the 21 or so co-hosts and hosts and chefs that made this all possible. There are 10 events. There are such a range of experiences, from a private VIP table at a Ria Cara concert to a VIP table at a movie night, barbecues, pool parties, sing-along, hootenanny by the campfire. There is everything you can imagine up there. So I really want to thank the hosts that made this all possible. Now, the entire auction is going to be done electronically and online. Up in the hallway, there are 10 sheets describing each of the events. Below that is a QR code. You can use your phone and scan that, or you can go to visioncsl.org, our website, and on the front page is a big a teal button that says click here to bid and register. When you click that, you'll be in the auction site and you can see all the 10 events. We're going to have people outside to help you. When you go to register, it will ask you for your email and your name, and we're not collecting any financial information or credit cards. When the auction closes in exactly 21 days, the system will send you an email to the successful bidders, the top bidders of each event. And it will tell you that to pay your account, you can either online go to the Vision donation page, or you can come to the bookstore, or Big John will find you. John knows where you are. Yeah.
How do you know if you make a bid and someone else makes a bid that's higher than yours, and how do you know that?
Ask the question online so they hear that question.
Okay, I'm going to repeat the question. How do you know if you make a bid and someone comes in with a bid higher than you later? You will know because on the sheet, when it's where the bids are, you will see that you've been outbid. Our hope is the system will allow the first number of seats at a table to bid at the entry price. So, for example, there's a table for 8 at some event, and the opening bid is $20. So we hope the system will allow you to bid 20, 20, 20, 20. When you get to the 9th person, it'll ask you to bid 30. And the first person is now bumped. But you will know that because you'll be notified you've been outbid. And then you can come back and keep checking the system up until noon 3 weeks from today. It'll lock the system and take the top 8 bids. If you don't want to be looking all the time, you can do a buy it now, which is approximately 4 times whatever the current bid is. So if you come in and you say, I don't want to come back and check again, I'm going to bid $80 and be done with it. Know that every cent that you do is a direct donation to Vision in its entirety. The hosts are paying for everything associated with the event, whether it's concert tickets, whether it is food, beverage, trips, whatever it is. The hosts, that's their donation. Your donation, which we appreciate, will be completely sent to Vision as a tax-deductible donation. So you will know how it's working. I will post each week what the current bid status is for the next 2 weeks, so you will see where you are. But you can check this online. Come and meet us in the hallway. We want you to have a seat at the table.
Thank you, Rich. And over the next couple of weeks, we're going to highlight some of the events. So, Reverend Patti, you want to talk about yours real quick? What are we doing?
What are we doing? Hey, forget about it. There you go. We're doing an Italian dinner. What is it? I have no idea. Janet and I are getting together, and we're going to do the menu. I don't know. It's going to be lasagna, meatballs, sausage, garlic bread, desserts. Janet is deep in the dessert book, and she's trying to figure out what she wants to do. And then, yeah, go ahead.
Of Dinner at Nona's,
There you
which
go.
is the movie that will follow it.
There you go. It's a recreation of Dinner at Nona's if you've seen the movie. And the movie follows the dinner. So be here. It'll be fabulous. We'll have the tables out. We'll have the white and red checkered tablecloths. You'll think you're in an Italian restaurant. And waiters. We have waiters.
And I didn't warn everybody about having to do this, but we're going to have everybody come up. I'll mention mine quick since I'm knowing mine. So mine is we are doing a concert with Rhea Carey here in this space, and you're going to have dinner, and it's going to be we're calling it a Mexican fiesta. Reverend Diane's going to prepare it for us. We're going to come in, we're going to do a dinner. It's a little private concert with Rhea for about a half hour, and then we're opening it up to everybody else to come for the Rhea Carey concert. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's on August 21st, but you'll see all of the events are in there with detail, and Rich has done a fantastic job of putting it all together, so we're really excited about having these things. There's 10 events, and we're really fired up about it. So, but over the next couple of weeks, you're going to hear all of the events. We have a couple new members who are doing something for Christmas. We're saying James Vandenberg's got a couple meals he's cooking. Catherine's doing cribbage. All kinds of wonderful, wonderful stuff. We'll tell you more about it as we go. I'm done talking about that. Next week, Reverend Patti will be back. Her talk title is True Colors, and we have Joe Rathburn in the house band, so it'll be good stuff. How about James Higgins? He was on today. Man, was he on. I loved hearing your voice. And man, I could listen to that. It's like butter. So good stuff. And I want to thank the Higginettes over here for their backup group. Thank you, everybody.
I love it. I'm going to invite the ministers and the practitioners up to the front of the room. We're going to stand up. We're going to say our affirmations. We're going to mean it too. Oh, did you hear? Oh, so funny. I don't know if can I tell you who won the Women's French Open title yesterday? Is it okay if I spill the tea on that one? Okay. Coco Gauff, an American, won the French Open. Yay. And when they were interviewing her later, I just had to I have to share this. She had a little teeny tiny piece of paper all folded up, and she unfolded it and unfolded it, unfolded. It was a piece of paper about so big, and on it said, "I am winning the French Open 2025. I am winning the French Open 2025. I am winning the French." It was like 100 times on this tiny little piece of paper. She had it scrolled over and over again, and she said, I got this from Gabby Thomas, who was the gymnast. She goes, she does it all the time, so I started doing it. They're called affirmations. Isn't that great? I was like, yes, keep doing it. And she did win, which is great. Anyway, so now we're going to do our affirmations. We know these are the truth of us. They're up there. Yay. Up there on the big screen. We're going to say them together. You ready? The universe is guiding me to love. I see God in everyone. We are stronger together. Okay, I love them. They are the truth of us. Let's say all three, okay? You with me? The universe is guiding me to love. I see God in everyone. We are stronger together. Yes, absolutely. And I know and accept that we are one. That core concept, number one, God is all there is the truth of us. There is only one activity happening. However it shows up in physical form, we know it is spirit. We know that is the truth of who we are. We are spirit in form, living the life, living all of those qualities of God through us and as us in the world. We are the change the world has been calling for. We are standing in our truth and absolutely shining and changing and transforming in front of people so that they know a way as well. Giving great thanks for this truth, for this philosophy, knowing the truth for ourselves. We are one, And so it is.
So it is.
Peace for the world starts with me. 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 There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. Peace for the world starts with me. 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 Woo! I am blessed every day of my life. I am blessed, 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 blessed when I wake